president sharing a message of hope with that massive crowd.
I'm asking you to be excited about the future of our country again. I'm asking you to dream big again. We're going to dream big again. We haven't been dreaming big at all. This will be America's new golden age. It's going to happen quickly, too, very quickly. Every problem facing us can be solved, but now the fate of our nation is in your hands. Next Tuesday, you have to stand up and you have to tell Kamala Harris that you've done a terrible job, that crooked Joe Biden has done a terrible job. You've destroyed our country. We're not going to take it anymore. Kamala, you're fired. Get out. Get out. You're fired. On issue after issue, Kamala broke it, but I will fix it. We're going to fix it. But we're just not running against Kamala. I think a lot of our politicians here tonight know this. She means nothing. She's purely a vessel. To save our country, for the past 9 years, we have been fighting against the most sinister and corrupt forces on earth. With your vote in this election, you can show them once and for all that this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you. It belongs to you. No city embodies the spirit, energy, and potential of the American people more than where we are gathered tonight. We want to win our country, but we also want to win New York and make it safe and strong and beautiful and affordable and vibrant again. And we're going to do that.
You heard it. El presidente 47, Donald Trump. Good damn evening, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, people. And another massive rally for Trump yesterday in New York. Fucking MSG over here. The garden. Madison Square Garden packed. Tens of thousands of people inside. Thousands of people outside. That's what they don't tell you about. That's what they don't show you, are the thousands upon thousands of people who are outside, who couldn't get in, but they stuck around because Trump's in there, because they love this country, because they want to save it, because they know the current administration is a runny feces sandwich, top to bottom. It was a huge success, though. A lot of people there. Some of the usual suspects. You had Elon Musk there. He was freaking out on stage. He was like, that dude is strange, man. Get him inside a lab or in front of a computer, and I'm sure he's very comfortable. But outside of that, sometimes he's a little weird. But hey, great dude, great ideas. He's going to do great things on the, the Government Waste Commission that Trump is going to have Elon Musk head up, where he's basically going to go, oh, that's dumb. That's expensive. No, thank you. Cut that off. Cancel that. Get us out of that. Can't wait. Elon Musk was there. RFK was there. Tulsi Gabbard, Tucker Carlson, Hulk Hogan. That dude, Tony Hinchcliffe from Kill Tony. I want to play a clip of Kill Tony because he's getting in some trouble. He's getting in some hot water. And of course, the fact that he was at a Trump rally, Trump is going to get a little bit of that on him. But I don't think he really cares. I mean, I don't know how involved Trump is with the people who are going to be on stage at his rally. Maybe he's very involved. But if he knew Kill Tony was going to be there, that's the name of the show the guy has, where they basically just roast the shit out of each other. But Tony Hinchcliffe, if he knew that Tony was going to be there, he had to know what to expect. His people had to know what to expect. I'm sure they watch YouTube clips. I'm sure some of them or all of them saw the roast of Tom Brady, where Tony Hinchcliffe was killing it. They know what Kill Tony's all about. But they brought him on stage, and he had some things to say about Puerto Rican people. He tells a joke about Puerto Rico. He tells a joke about Latinos, illegals, and stuff. But what they don't tell you in the mainstream mediocres, because they're not about reporting the truth, they're about stoking division. They're about sowing seeds of fear. They are lapdogs of the establishment. They used to be the watchdogs. Now they're the lapdogs. But what they won't show you is how it ended, because at the end, Kill Tony said, or Tony Hinchcliffe, whatever, he says, Republicans, the party of humor. And if you listen, the people are laughing. Yes, it's brutal, but that's what he does. That's why he's there. He's doing what got him there. You're not going to do one thing and then they pay you to be somewhere, or they book you to be somewhere, and then that's when you want to test out new stuff. That's when you want to do a 180. No, do what we paid you to be here for. Do what we called you here for, what we booked you here for. So that's what he did. I think the shit is hilarious. What do you think?
Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. It's absolutely wild to see. And in Texas, stuff is really, really crazy. We're right there by a wide open border. Where are my proud Latinos at tonight? You guys see what I mean? It's wide open. There's so many of them. It's absolutely incredible. Believe it or not, people, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this. It's wild. And these Latinos, they love making babies too. Just know that. They do. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country. Republicans are the party with a good sense of humor.
Republicans are the party with a good sense of humor. Now, there's a difference between roasting somebody in a mean way to be a dick, to make fun of them. But there's another way to roast, I don't want to say out of love, but like when you roast your buddies, you roast your friends. That's what you do. You talk some shit, but it's all good. I think that's what he was doing, and he knows that. The people there knew that. They get humor. The left is not funny. It's like the conservatives, Republicans, basically normal people at this point are, imagine a painting with a lot of vibrant colors, reds and greens and yellows and blues, and just really bright, really catches your eye. Everything's so vibrant, fun. Wow, looking at this picture makes me happy. Now look at the left and imagine their picture as a picture that's just void of color, this drab, beige, and gray. It's just, it brings you down. It's depressing. Who was sad? Who just got broken up with before they painted this picture? There's no color. There's no pop. It's just drab and really, just a little rain cloud, lightning striking and rain them all on them all the time. You guys have no fun. Everybody's offended. You can't say anything. You can't do anything. You can't joke. You can't josh with somebody. Oh, that reminds me of something completely unrelated. So I was somewhere out in public, and I was using the bathroom, and on the inside of the stall, somebody wrote, "Conservatism kills." Yeah, I'm still in California. And it was funny because somebody next to that wrote Trump 24. And he had all these things, and it reminded me of people writing shit in bathroom stalls. As a kid, you're somewhere, or even as a man, you got to take a shit or something. You're in the stall. I didn't have to take a shit that day, but the urinals were all used up, and I didn't feel like standing there waiting, watching these dudes piss. So anyway, but you remember reading stuff in the stalls, and you would see people going back and forth. I like this. Oh, they suck. Fuck you, blah, 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 drawing dicks and stuff. Here's my thing, ladies. Is it like that in the women's stall in the bathrooms? Are there people writing shit on there and cussing people out and drawing titties and stuff on there? Does that world exist? Because men know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what kind of communication and what kind of life lessons you can learn inside of a bathroom stall. You learn some good jokes. You might find out who's a hoe or not. You might find out what gang somebody's part of. There's a lot of information on the stalls of a public bathroom for men. Ladies, is it like that for you? Let me know. But of course, Tony Hinchcliffe told the joke. It was funny. It was just humor. He was fucking roasting people. That's what he does. That's why he's famous. But he was just talking shit. And of course, the left, void of fun, no humor. It's racist, and Trump must be racist because you had him, and it's racist, and blah, blah, blah. Man, you guys suck. Who wants to be on the left? But that's something else that was attached to the rally. And of course, huge rally, Trump. What is Trump? A Nazi. Which Nazi? Hitler. So of course, 1939, the American Bund had a huge rally, about 20,000 people inside MSG, Madison Square Garden. And the American Bund was basically an American propaganda arm for the Nazis. But they were popular, for lack of a better word, before we got involved in World War II, in the late 30s into the very early 40s. Before, like I said before, we got involved Pearl Harbor December 7th, 1941. But forget about Pearl Harbor. That was nothing. Pearl Harbor, nothing. Civil War, nothing. 9/11, Schmine 11. Pearl Harbor, Schmerl Harbor. You know what the worst day was in America? Hold on. Told myself I wouldn't cry. But you know what the worst day was in American history? I'm sorry. Who's cutting onions? The worst day in American history was July 6th. I know what you're saying. Jericho, you idiot. You idiot. It's January 6th. Because Sloppy Joe got on TV and said that it was July 6th. Since he's our fearless leader, I'm going to listen to him. So now it's July 6th. But the worst day in American history was July 6th. I can't even talk about it. But the American Bund was at its most popular in the late 30s, very early 40s. But what they don't tell you about that day in 1939, because this is the same thing. That Nazi rally in 1939 in the Madison Square Garden is exactly the same as the rally Trump held yesterday at Madison Square Garden. As a matter of fact, if everybody leaving there, if you gave them a little swab on the inside of their cheek and did a little 23andMe, you would see that everybody inside of that Trump rally is a direct descendant of everybody at the American Bund rally in the same place in 1939, February 20th. 20th. Same thing. Full of Nazis in 1939, full of Nazis in 2024. But what they won't mention to you are the 100,000 plus people who were outside of Madison Square Garden protesting what was going on inside Madison Square Garden. So you see, this Nazi shit was never popular in America. There were 5 times as many people outside protesting than there were people inside enjoying the American Bund. Of course, they're going to say Trump is look at him. He's praising Nazi generals. Remember Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, the politician who went horizontal so her career could go vertical, said the other day, last week, in front of the White House from behind the podium, that Trump admired Hitler's generals, ergo, he's just like Hitler. He has a rally at MSG, he's just like the Nazis. It's almost like they want him to get killed by some radicalized, purple-haired, soft handshake, granola-headed dirt fucker. But forget, man, that's stupid. Why did I even say that? Stupid, stupid, stupid. Why did you say that, Jericho? That's not true. The establishment doesn't want him dead. They didn't try to kill him twice. Yeah, they did. Forget it, guys. I don't know what I'm talking about. Forget it. I don't even know why I made this video. I don't even know what I'm talking about because there's no way in the world that our elected officials and their cohorts, some might even say their puppet masters, would dare shoot a former president who is running for re-election. There is no way. But just know, if you know somebody in New York who was at that rally, you're a Nazi too, just for knowing them. And if you happen to have been in New York City, you were at that rally and you're watching this, just know that you are a Nazi sympathizer. And they probably use AI to erase Trump's orange Hitler mustache, or the Michael Jordan. Are you old enough to remember when Michael Jordan was doing the Hanes commercials and he had the Hitler? Basically, it's over. That was in New York State. Can he flip New York? I don't know. That would be crazy. But that rally took place in New York and it was fucking crazy. Meet me in the comments. Don't forget, ladies, are your stalls crazy like ours are with the hieroglyphics? And if you like what you hear, make sure you hit that little ticker thing across the top of my page, the merch store. Grab some merch, maybe buy a cup of coffee, whatever you want to do. But if you like what you see, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. I will meet you in the comments. What do you think that rally means to Kamala's campaign? What do you think that rally at Madison Square Garden means to what's going to happen in New York State? Will it be flipped? I don't know. That's why I'm coming to you. That's why I'm meeting you in the comment section. You know how it goes. Try to be done with the left. They just won't let me. I'm out.